to come from the district office, some seniors, so give us a few minutes, please. For all of you that are here for your participation in government class, if you come down closer, I think there's a direct proportion to how high a grade you get with how close you are. So come on down so you can see and hear a little better, please. You're the next contestants.
You gotta do something to encourage him, right? Is she hiding her head over here? Wait, you got something against humor?
You're not at all.
Yeah, the day I lose it, call the Undertaker. Yep. Come on down. Come on down. Well, you know, I got most of them to move. Yes.
They should.
Oh, really? I should tell that to him. I should say that. Yeah, that's what we're just making everybody.
And one other item for all you folks too, please make sure your sheet is filled out with your name and whatever on there. Don't give us just a blank sheet to sign. Fill in your data on that sheet before you give it to us later. Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming this evening. Mrs. Owens is excused. Mr. Leone is here. Okay, yes. Mr. Fufalia is running late. Next item on the agenda is a moment of silence. Please join me in a moment of silence for Deborah Ann Martin, a graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District, Shirley Bottino, a substitute employee, Mary L. Lors, a former employee, Robert W. Lalonde, a retired employee, Diane J. Zinsmeyer-Edick, a graduate of the district, and Ronald A. Bliss, a graduate of the district. Thank you. Presentations 2A, Teacher Aid Appreciation Day. And I've just lost it here. Come on. There we go. Throughout history, teacher aides, excuse me while this thing jumps around. Here we go. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Teacher aides have had an impact on the district's students and community, and they work for the well-being, welfare, and future of our children. This awesome responsibility is accepted with commitment, dedication, and even love. Because of the complexity and diversity of their role, they must be flexible, resourceful, positive, and patient. The teacher aides of the North Syracuse Central School District are professionals of the highest caliber who have dedicated themselves to the ideals of their profession. Students, parents, administrators, and community members recognize, applaud, and appreciate their efforts to ensure students receive a quality education. To honor the teacher aides of the North Syracuse Central School District and their accomplishments and efforts on behalf of our community's most valuable resource, our children, I, Michael Schuster, President of the Board of Education of the North Syracuse Central School District, on behalf of the Board, express our deepest gratitude and hereby declare May 16, 2017 as Teacher Aid Appreciation Day to be celebrated with appropriate educational activities. Recommended board action: declare May 16, 2017 as Teacher Appreciation Day. Do I have such a motion? Mr. McClintock, Mr. Harrington, all in favor? So moved. We have a presentation? Thank you, sir.
I think we'll go down there. You can sign it on the order. You can sign it on the
Next item on the agenda, comments from the audience, and there are no names on the list. Nobody else, Connie? We're good? 4A, Board Committee Reports and Comments. I know the Policy Committee met. Mary?
The Policy Committee met last Monday. We reviewed 11 policies. There are 8 on tonight's agenda that are up for vote by the board.
Okay.
And our next meeting is June 12th.
Thank you. Is that right?
Yes, and it's the last meeting of the year.
Okay, June 12th. Okay, thank you. Legislative, Liz, was there anything on legislative? Any other committee reports, activities? Okay, superintendent's comments. Annette?
I just have a couple of items. So Mr. Crabtree, who many of you know, is on the BOCES board, and he informed me recently that 8 OCM BOCES students received the Tools for Success Award, and 3 of those students were from CNS High School. And all of them have the name Matthew. Matthew Daly, Matthew Henley, and Matthew Sharp. Congratulations to them. This award is given to students in our automotive program who have done outstanding achievement in that program. So we're very proud of them. This Thursday, we will be hosting the Special Olympics once again up at the high school. We look forward to that and certainly invite the community to come and help celebrate with us. And I think out of all the awards and all the years that I've mentioned during superintendent's comments, this one that I'm about to mention really, I think, pleases me more than any of the others because it is an award of excellence for exemplary display of sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity. That's huge that our students were awarded that from the New York State Athletic Association, presented to Cicero and North Syracuse High School students for this year. This is big and speaks to the character of our students. So congratulations, we're extremely proud. And just a reminder, tomorrow is the school district budget vote, so please encourage people to come out and vote. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next item, routine action items 5A, consideration of approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of Education of May 1, 2017. B, consideration of the classification and school placement of disabled students certified by the District Committee on Special Education. And C, consideration of classification and placement of preschool disabled students certified by the District Committee on Preschool Special Education. And D, contract awards. That comes up. We've got bids that were taken for HVAC filters, and the results as follows. So the recommended action to award contract 2018-03 to EM Cahill in the amount of $27,505 as the lowest responsible bidder meeting the specifications. And, oh boy, automotive supplies, recommended action approved issuance of purchase orders to a list of vendors as lowest responsible bidder meeting the specification, and there are 7 vendors listed on the agenda. I will take a motion to consider to approve 5A, B, C, and D as a group. Mrs. Scanlon and Mr. Harrington, all in favor? So approved. Discussion action items. 6A, a resolution to approve principal lead evaluators. Very lengthy resolution. Annette, do you want to comment on that?
You can do B at the same time.
And B at the same time. Thank you. Resolution to approve the teacher lead evaluators.
So both of these go with our APPR plan in terms of the state-approved plan for evaluating principals and evaluating teachers. In accordance with that plan that's been approved by the state, we have to participate, all of the people who are evaluators have to participate in so many hours and sessions of recalibration every year, and this is the resolution for each of those to indicate that all the people have completed the necessary requirements.
Okay, thank you. So is there a motion to approve 6A and 6B together? I can see a hand. I can't tell who it is. Liz Cash, okay. George Harrington on the second. All in favor? There we go. C will take a lone recommendation to create the Gillette Road Middle School Marching Band Club. As noted, is there a motion for that? Mr. McClintock? Mr. Harrington? All in favor? And Mrs. Scanlon, you commented on the policies. We have D, policy 4730, homework. E, policy 8101.2, student food allergies. Policy 9010, equal employment opportunity. Policy 9110.4, reasonable accommodation of an employee's religious observance. Policy 9541, bloodborne pathogens exposure control plan. Policy 9590, drug alcohol testing for employees who drive commercial motor vehicles. And policy 8411.1, student transportation conduct and discipline. And 9100, staff code of conduct readoption. Mrs. Scanlon, make the motion to approve as a group. And second? No, he's not looking. Mr. Maurizio. All in favor? So moved. So carried. Next item, retirements on the personnel agenda. There is one, Barbara Murphy, typist 2 at Carl W. Sally Bear Road Elementary School, is going to retire with 26 years of service. We wish her many happy years in retirement. 7A and B, personnel reports, instructional personnel, 7A. 7B, support staff personnel. Are there any questions?
Can we take them individually?
Needs? Pardon me?
Can we take them individually? A and B.
Take them individually? Okay, well, Mike would like them individually. So I'll ask for a motion to approve 7A instructional personnel. Mr. McClintock, second. Mr. Leone, all in favor?
I'm abstaining.
And an abstention from Mr. Maurizio. And 7B, motion to approve 7B. Mr. Harrington, second. Mr. Maurizio, all in favor? Okay, now we have motion for executive session. Motion to move into executive session for the purpose of receiving an update on 4 legal matters relative to potential litigation and to review the employment history of 3 individuals with no action to follow. Is there a motion for such? Ms. Cash, Mr. Harrington, all in favor? Okay. All of you folks with your sheets, they need to be signed.
Do you want us to go down?
You want to meet you down there? Okay, we will come down toward you. You can get your form signed by anybody who comes down. There's a way to log out of this thing, I think. So did I miss anything with the Relay for Life thing the other night?